right, welcome. Thank you for taking this time to come together for yourself, for others, and for the planet. Let's begin. You're going to start off sitting on your heels, or if you like, you can sit on a block. You can place the block at any level. This is going to be low, medium, or high. I like to put mine on low and just closing up through the knees. If this is difficult for you to sit like this, you're welcome to sit another way. Crossing your legs, an easy pose, using a block or not using a block. Just find a seat that feels comfortable for you. We take a minute here to just ground ourselves in a seat of meditation before we begin our ocean flow, slow flow practice. Taking the palms down into your lap, closing your eyes. Let's take a deep, full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, inhale, this time a little bit deeper. One more sip. Open your mouth and let it all out. Closing your lips. Breathe in and out through your nose. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, and let your tongue relax in your mouth. And then feel your jawline align over your shoulders, and feel your shoulders align over your hips. Draw your tailbone down towards the ground. Soften your face. Make your eyes become still. Take all the wrinkles out of your eyelids. Softening your lips. Take this moment to thank yourself for being here. Think of all the things that made it possible, all the things, all the people, all the events that have occurred in your entire life that made it possible for you to be here right now in this moment. Today, our intention is going to be compassion. Ahimsa in yoga is the act of nonviolence. And so what that looks like on the flip side is compassion. We begin by having compassion for ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves throughout the day, the way we think about ourselves, the way we think others think about us or talk about us is really none of our business. Right? What matters is how we treat ourselves. They say that the way we treat others is a direct reflection of how we treat ourselves. And so as we begin our practice, I'll be reminding you just of these conversations that you might be having about yourself as you're in these poses. Remember that this is not a competition. You're here to take this journey inward to see where in your body you're tight, what's causing this tightness, what patterns in your life are you doing to cause this? What are you doing? Who are you hanging out with that might cause tension in your stomach constantly, a knot, hard to breathe, what's going on in your life. So just being compassionate with your body, because every day that you wake up is a new day, a new body, all new experiences. So this is just a time to observe your body as we move through the poses. The poses are going to tell you more about who you are, and the way you think when you're in the poses will tell you more about who you are. So let's bring our palms together in front of the heart in a prayer-like position. In yoga, we call this Anjali Mudra, inviting within. So we invite within the intention of ahimsa, non-violence, compassion for ourselves. We're going to give this attention throughout the practice. We'll begin by chanting Om, the universal sound of healing, of unity. Let's take a deep, full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and one Om together. Inhale. Blink your eyes open, release the clasp of your hands. All right, remove your block. We're going to come into a nice slow flow, moving with your breath, Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. If you're not sure how to breathe this way, you can study and learn on my other video, Ocean Breath, Ujjayi breathing. Breathing in and out through the nose, we'll begin to move the spine. Let's align your body with your wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips like a table. Nice, sturdy, balanced table. Inhale, tilt your chin up, your tailbone up for cow pose. Exhale, cat, rounding in the upper back, chin to your throat, scoop your tailbone. Good. Inhale, cow, opening up through the front of your neck, your shoulders, belly. Exhale, rounding in the upper back. Push the ground away from you. Really separate the shoulder blades and scoop your tailbone. Inhaling, cow. Exhale, cat. 3 more times with your own breath. Now we'll come into a neutral spine. We're going to gaze over the left shoulder and notice if you just moved your right hip over to the right. So try not to do that and keep your right hip right over your knee and just look over your left shoulder, bringing the right shoulder towards the center of your mat. Just stretching out here, a gentle stretch in the right side of your body from your right hip to your right shoulder. Inhaling through center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. It's like you're trying to touch your right hip to your right shoulder, making the letter C with your body. It's okay if you can't see your hip, but the intention is there. That's the goal. And breathing into the pose, into your body to help get you there. Come back to center. We're going to curl the toes under. Walk your hands forward just a little bit so that the front corners of your mat. So now your arms at a diagonal. We're going to lift the knees, hover them. 3 breaths here. Use your breath like a wave in the body. And then we'll begin to straighten out the legs. They may not straighten, but bring your head back inside your arms. We're here for 6 breaths. Feel free to keep your knees bent. Open them up a little bit wider if you need to. That makes the pose a little easier, opening up space in the lower back. If you're able to, you can push your heels all the way down. And if you can push your heels all the way down, try lifting your toes up, going really deep into your calf muscles here, all the way up into the hamstring. It's important that the head stays behind your arms, or right in the center of your arms, pushing down and forward into your hands like you're trying to move your mat forward, but it doesn't move. And then hug your legs in towards each other, even though they're not touching, and hug your arms in towards each other. Notice your armpits rotating back towards your feet here, opening up more space in your upper back. Your head hangs heavy. Let go of all the tension in your neck. Good. Look inside your hands, and now slowly walk your feet there. It doesn't have to look pretty. We're going to open up the feet a little bit wider than your hips and just hang out. Options with your arms is to just keep them inside your feet or in front of the feet like an elephant trunk. If you want to open into your shoulders, you can grab a strap, and I don't have one today, but you can place it inside your hands and pull on the strap. If you're more flexible, grabbing onto either forearm, and then more flexible, interlacing your fingers, let your arms fall over your head. It's your choice. You can just remain still here and breathe in ragdoll pose, or you can also just move around, moving the legs, swaying from side to side. Keep your knees bent. Enjoy feeling your breath move through your body. It's important to keep breathing and to start learning how to breathe deeper if you aren't already doing so. Open up your eyes, slowly release your hands down. We're going to roll up just like that cat pose, rounding in the upper back, chin to your throat, and coming up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Palms touch, look up, lean your head back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice, let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach up, overhead, look up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms scoop and reach all the way up, head lifts, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart, gazing down towards your fingertips. Let's come back to the intention, ahimsa, non-violence. Taking a moment to thank yourself for everything you just did. What that feels like in your body. Let's begin some sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach all the way out and up, overhead, upward salutes. Exhale, we bow to the sun. Palms down onto your mat, bend your knees if you need to. We're going to come into a halfway lift. Hands can come onto your shins, or you can use your blocks here. One hand on each block. Draw the low belly in and then lengthen your chest forward. Find a focal point on the ground. In yoga, we call the focal point your dristi. Good, and then exhale, come into a fold. Gaze back towards the baseboard behind you or the wall, or maybe all the way up to the ceiling underneath your legs. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Place your hands either on your blocks at the low level or on your mat. We're going to step it back into high plank. If this is difficult for you, lower your knees down. Don't lean your hips back like tabletop. Keep the hips forward so your legs are at a diagonal. Otherwise, we're here in high plank. 3 breaths. We're going to shift forward here. So whether knees are down or up, and we're going to slowly lower. Chaturanga, elbows hug into the body as you slowly come down. Relax your toes. Push into the top of your feet. Really anchor into your feet here, your pubic bone. Use your hands and slowly lift yourself up into cobra. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Gaze forward, maybe look up. Exhale, release. We're going to do that 2 more times like a wave. Inhale, lifting the chin, gaze up. Exhale, massage your belly and your chest down onto the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release it down. Curl your toes under. Push back up. You can use your knees if you need to. On the exhale, push up all the way up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 3 ocean breaths. Look at your feet. Give thanks to your feet. Without your feet, we wouldn't be able to walk, right? So thanking your feet for everything they've done and every step they've taken you on this journey in life. Let's look inside your hands. Slowly, we're going to step the left foot forward. If it does not make it there and it gets stuck, like right here, just take your hand and lift your foot up. We're going to wiggle the right foot back and slowly bring your knee down. You can use blankets here underneath your knee joints if your knees are tender. Otherwise, again, this Manduka yoga mat is nice and cushiony for you to use underneath the joints. So just allow the hips to fall forward here. Again, you can bring your hands on the blocks. We're just going to move back and forth, inhaling and exhaling with the breath. So inhale, we're going to slowly shift the hips back. You can walk your hands back for half splits. Exhale, walk your hands forward, shift your hips forward for low lunge. Slowly walk your hands back, half splits. Really try to focus on getting your belly on your leg instead of your head. Moving forward into low lunge. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, take it back into half splits. You don't have to straighten out your leg. Exhale, forward into a low lunge. Inhale, half splits. Exhale, low lunge. Nice and easy. Inhale and exhale. Lean the weight into your right hand and like your backstroke swimming, lift the left arm back and up, over your head and back down. Inhale, on the way up is the end of the inhale. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and this time we'll just reach it up, lean back. Option here is to even take your left hand to your left thigh and push yourself into a twist here, belly button moving over towards your left hip. Nice. We're going to rock it back again. Release your left hand down into half splits. This time let's walk the hands over to the left side of your mat and let the left foot swivel, going into the IT bands and into your outer hips. Ocean breath. Again, what are you doing to your body to create this tightness? What are you not doing? So you're doing something now, and this is progress. Coming together is a process, and it's a daily practice. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, right? Walk your hands back around on either side of your mat. Let's shift forward, coming into a low lunge. Now let's lift the back right knee and straighten out your left leg. It may not straighten all the way. Again, you can come onto blocks if you need to. Keep that right heel lifted behind you. Don't hop it in. Maybe lift the left toes up. going a little bit deeper into the Achilles tendon, all the way up into your left calf here. Inhale, lengthening the chest forward. Exhale, bowing into the leg. Inhale, lengthening the chest forward, finding the drishti. Exhale, bow forward, look back towards your right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Place the left foot down, and we're going to try to take a giant step forward. So both feet at the front of the mat, or you can take multiple little hops. Okay? But using your core, eventually, right, you're going to be able to just step it forward. Feet together, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out and up. And exhale, hands to the heart, gaze at your fingers. Close your eyes. How did that feel on your left side? Notice the chatter in your mind. And if you're saying, I can't do this, let's see if you can change it to, I can do this. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, bow forward, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, deep fold. Now we're going to step the left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Slowly bring your left knee down. Good. So the more you move your left knee back, the deeper you're going to feel this in your left quad, left thigh, all the way up into your hip flexors, the muscles that attach your hips to your ribs. So if you're tight in your chest for back bending, right, it's usually because of your quads are really tight and all that's pulling down on your chest. Opening all this up. And now we're going to stretch and lean it back, rock it back into half splits. Again, belly on the thigh, chest towards the knee, forehead towards your shin. Moving with the breath. Inhale, let's come forward. We'll do it opposite on this side. And exhale, half splits. Yoga is not a perfect science, right? It's just about what feels good to you. We all have different bodies. We're all just coming together to move our bodies and breathe, to discover more about who we are when we're in the poses. They tell us a lot about ourselves. Good. Exhaling, rocking back. Inhale into low lunge. Exhale, rocking back. Inhale, forward. Now we're going to do the arm circles. So leaning the weight into your left hand, it can either be on your mat or off of your mat. If you need more space, circle the right arm all the way back and up on the inhale. And exhale, forward and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. And inhale. Maybe keep here. Just keep reaching the right hand up and lean back. Take your right hand to your right thigh and push yourself into a deeper twist. Belly button moving over towards your right inner thigh, over towards the right hip. Beautiful. Let's take both hands down again on either side of your right foot and rock it back into half splits. Right foot is flexed. We're going to lean the toes over to the right, walk your hands over to the right. As we go into the IT bands here, 3 breaths. The IT band is one of the tightest muscles in everyone's body. Also into the hips, squeezing the inner thighs. Your breath moves the energy around inside the body and gets rid of any blockages. Nice deep ocean breathing here. No holding of the breath. Just rhythmical flow. Walk the hands back around on either side of the right foot. You're going to come forward back into your low lunge. Lift your back left knee. And let's straighten out through the right leg. Again, your hands can come up onto blocks. Keep your left heel lifted. You can lift your right toes up here to take it a little bit deeper into the calf and the Achilles tendon like we did on the other side. Scissor your inner thigh so that both hips are facing forward as we come into this pyramid variation, pyramid pose. Bowing in on the exhale. Inhale, waving the spine up. Exhale, waving yourself into the right leg. Inhale, pushing into the hands, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale and exhale. Let's look forward to the right foot, either one hop or multiple hops. Left foot steps in. Inhale, halfway lift. Try to get your hips right up over the heels, even if your knees are bent. So instead of leaning back, try to lean forward here and exhale, bow. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Look up, exhale, hands to the heart. Look at your fingers. Ahimsa. Compassion for yourself, for others. We're building this intention into the practice that you can give it away when we leave the mat today. All right, we're going to move back into, not back, but into some standing postures. We're going to start with Warrior One. Left foot stays forward, pointing forward. Right foot, take a giant step back. You're going to angle the right foot here so that your right big toe is pointing to the front right corner of your mat. And you can open your legs up hip width apart. Hands onto your hips. Take your left hand to the front of your left hip, pull it back. Right hand to the back of your right hip and push it forward. Draw your tailbone down towards the ground here. And now inhale, reach the arms all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach and look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So that's 3 times. Opening up now into Warrior Two. Left leg stays as is. We're just going to turn the right toes out now and toe heel your right foot further back. And arms reach forward and back. Warrior Two. Shoulders aligned over your hips. Reaching the arms forward, gaze down your left middle finger. 3 breaths here. Glide your right hand down your right leg, flip your left palm, reach way up and go back, reverse warrior. And let's come back into Warrior Two. Flip your left palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Warrior Two. We're going to straighten out through the left leg. Maybe toe heel the right foot further in. Inhale, reach way forward. Bend the left knee here if this is too tight. Rest your left hand on your shin. Turn your right palm facing forward and then reach it up to the sky. Now lean back like you're leaning back up against a wall. Allow the left rib cage to relax. Maybe sliding the left hand further down. 3 breaths here. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, just soften into the space. Inhale, lift yourself all the way back up. Nice. Hands come to the heart and hop your right foot to the front of your mat. 3 breaths here, closing your eyes. Be kind to your body. Now let's go to the other side. Right foot stays forward, toes pointing forward, left foot giant step back, about 3/4 of the way on your mat. Left toes point to the front left corner of your mat. We're going to bend into the right knee. Make sure it stays right over your ankle. You never want your knee to go forward past your ankle. The most powerful leg here is the back leg. Really pushing down into the left foot here. Make sure the pinky toe edge of the left foot is not coming up. So really push out through the outer edge of the foot. Left hand behind the left hip, push it forward. Right hand in front of the right hip, pull it back. Let's add some arm movements here. Inhaling, reaching all the way up, lengthening. Exhale, draw the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reaching all the way out and up. Look up. Exhale, bring it down into the heart. Again, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to open up into Warrior Two. Just toe heel the left foot further back. Open the arms. Find your stance. Get really anchored in your feet, and then allow the hips to open here as we deepen into the right knee. The right knee lunges right over the right ankle. You should be able to glance down and see your right big toe so the knee's not caving in. Push it back towards your pinky toe. Arms reach out. We'll take 3 breaths here. Warrior Two. Right palm flips. Let's add some flow here. Reach forward, left hand slides down the left leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior, looking up. And exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse, second time. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, this is the last one. And exhale, Warrior Two. We're going to straighten out through the right leg now and prepare for triangle pose. You might want to hop your left foot in, slide it forward a little bit. Again, feel grounded with your feet. Maybe bend the right knee to start off with. Reach your right hand forward, take your hand to your shin, and reach your left arm up. Lean back here. Try to soften the right ribs down. Here, focus on just opening up, creating as much space as you can from your right hand to your left hand, from your hips to your shoulders, from your shoulders to your ears. And use your core to bring yourself back up. Hands come to the heart. Look forward and step your left foot in. Gazing down at the fingertips. You take a moment to observe how the other side felt, how your whole body feels right now. All right, we're going to move onto the ground. So let's make our way down. One more sun salutation. Inhale, arms reach all the way out and up. See how tall you can get here. Exhale, bow forward. Look into your knees or up to your belly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your feet back into high plank. Again, you can lower your knees if you need to. Hug and become really strong here, strengthening your core. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. We'll take 3 cobras here, flowing cobras. Inhale to rise. Exhale to come back down. Strong in your legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, come back down. Maybe it's little baby cobras too. You don't have to come all the way up. Exhale, come down. You're going to push yourself back up. High plank. Lower your knees down. We're going to be back into child's pose. So you can bring your knees together, feet together here. And sit back onto your heels. Another option is knees as wide as your mat, feet stay together, sit back onto your heels. If this is challenging on your knees, you can just keep your hips right up over your knees and walk your arms forward. Come onto your forearms into puppy pose. Instead of child's pose, puppy pose for you. You decide if you want to make your arms straight and strong here as you rest, or you can relax your arms onto your mat. You're going to reach your hands back towards your feet and let your shoulders just drape around your knees. Let's take 6 breaths here. Hands next to your face. Slowly push yourself back up onto your knees. Good. Again, if you're tight in your knees, don't worry about sitting on your knees. You can just come all the way up. And then we can all come all the way up and sit all the way down, feet forward. Open your feet up as wide as your mat here, hands to your shins. Seated cat-cow. Inhale, cow, gaze up. Exhale, cat, chin to your throat, pull back on your shins. Inhale, cow, pull your chest forward. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then we'll just come to neutral. So you don't want to hunch back here in neutral because that's cat. So use your hands here to help keep your spine sturdy, strong, supple. Shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. Bring your feet together. And we'll practice just a slow flow here, working into your core. So hands can stay on your shins. We'll practice lifting one leg and bringing that leg down. Inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze your tummy to your spine. Inhale, set the foot down. Exhale, lifting the leg. Inhale, set the foot down. If you're already strong, you don't need your hands. You can open them up to the side here as we flow. Maybe straightening the legs all the way out and up. Good. And then come sit, open your knees and soles of the feet together for butterfly pose, also known as bound angle. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. If you want this pose to be easier, place your feet about 2 hand widths apart from your body. So knees opening up. If you want this pose to be a little bit more challenging, to go deeper into the hips, the closer your feet are in towards you, the deeper into the hips. You don't have to have your knees all the way down. You can keep them up. You can use your elbows to help push them down nice and gently. We're going to enjoy this pose for 8 breaths. So hands onto your ankles, elbows to your knees. First, we're going to pull the chest forward on the inhale. Exhale. Feel free to round your spine here, allowing the head to sink down towards your feet. Feel the wave of your breath. An entire inhale and exhale is one full round of breath. Take your breath all the way down the length of your spine. And then as you exhale, feel the breath come all the way up and out. Two more breaths. And move yourself back up. Let's take your left hand back behind you, right hand to your left knee. Try not to lean back into this left hand, but use it as a support, like a kickstand. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Look back over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen upwards. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. Keep your twist. Bring your chin over your right shoulder and gaze down towards your right knee. One more breath. And release. Other side. Right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen up to the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Good. Gaze over your left shoulder. Chin over the left shoulder. Looking down. The drishti is your left knee. One more breath. And release. Scoot yourself forward here. Arms forward. And we'll test the core here. Just a little core strengthening exercise. Just slowly try to come all the way down, one vertebra at a time. It's okay if you can't do it. We just try. And the more we try, the better and stronger we get. Good. Relaxing down now into Supta, Baddha Konasana. This is a relaxed, laying down on the spine, bound angle pose. Just allow the knees to open. Let gravity do its job here. See if you can receive it. Breathe into it. You can rest your hand, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Or open your arms out wide or over your head. Ahimsa. Compassion for yourself through your thoughts, through the way you treat yourself. Everything that we do in our life begins with ourself. Be well to yourself, be good to yourself. You deserve it. It's the best gift that you can give others. Start watching. The more better you treat yourself, the more things you become grateful for. Just notice how you start changing and all of a sudden the world starts changing. All right, let's slowly bring the knees back up to touch each other. Slide your feet in towards your bottom and reach down with your middle fingers and see if you can just graze your heel. So not too close. You don't want the heels too close as we set up for bridge pose. In yoga, the Sanskrit is Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So we're going to move like a wave here, 6 breaths. So we're going to simultaneously, I'll just show you here if you want to look. We're going to reach the arms up, lift the hips, lift up to the pubic bone, keep the tailbone pointing towards your knees, arms up. And then exhale, rolling the spine down. Your tailbone is the last to touch, hands come down. All right, so let's do that together. Inhale, 1. Exhale, come down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, wave it on down. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale, come on down. And again, inhale for 5. And exhale. Inhale, 6. And exhale, 6. Coming all the way up into bridge now. Push into your feet, reach down. Your feet may have moved. Slowly lift your hips. Option 1 is to take your hands, grab onto the edges of your mat like you're trying to rip your mat apart. Shimmy, shimmy on your shoulders, getting your shoulder blades together as close as you can across the spine, pushing your heart forward and up towards your chin, but keep your chin away from your chest. Option 2 with the hands, working them underneath you, seeing if you can grab a hold of each hand, interlocking the fingers. If you can do this, get all of your hands to touch, all the way into the heels of the hands. Push into the pinky fingers and lift your hips. Push into your feet. And instead of pushing into the pinky fingers, I actually meant to say push into the outside of your hands, down into your shoulders. Draw your tailbone down towards your knees. Try to pull your pubic bone up towards your chest. And release your hands. Slowly roll the spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Let your knees kiss each other. Open your feet up as wide as your mat. Let's neutralize out your spine here. Open your arms out to a T, palms facing down or up, whatever feels good on your shoulders. Open your knees now. Your feet are mat width apart. Inhale, drop your knees to one side. Exhale, over to the other side. Just windshield wipering away all the debris that we move today out of the hips. Moving with your breath, inhaling one side, exhaling to the other side. And now hug your knees into your chest. See if you can pull your forehead up to your knees. Okay, relax your head down. Open your knees, pull them open and flex your feet. Then lift your head and shoulders back up. Grab a hold of your ankles. This is beginner variation, lifting your feet parallel to the ceiling. Try to relax your head and shoulders down. Your whole spine should be imprinted into your mat here. You can grab onto your feet, the outside or the inside of your feet. Happy baby pose. Let's rock from side to side here as you massage out your spine.
Inhaling, exhaling. You can even play around with straightening out one leg, keeping the other knee bent. So just moving like a happy baby. They like to play with their feet, move their legs, having fun. They're curious, looking at the toes, smiling. Really good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to see if you can roll all the way up. So we're going to roll up. And just a little test here. Let's see if you can stand up without using your hands. So arms forward, a little rock here. So you might want to lift your feet, push down, and stand up. And then we'll try to sit down and extend your legs and push your feet down and stand up. So use your hands if you need to, but let's just try to do this. And then we'll just come all the way up. Let's practice a standing balancing pose, just on one foot. We're almost done here. Everything that we do, we're trying to find balance, our center, right? This is when we feel calm and at peace, when we feel like everything is in balance and centered. So let's try this with tree pose. So one foot is the tree trunk. The foot is the roots growing down into the earth, really connecting you to the stillness of the earth. We're going to lift one foot up. Easy variation is to place your left foot onto your right calf. Another variation is to pull it up into your inner thigh. So do not put your foot on your right knee. That's the only thing you do not want to do. So make sure your foot is on muscle, not a joint. And now open up the left knee out. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Adding a little bit of difficulty here if you want to flow. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Balancing on the right foot. Let's open the arms up. Maybe a little twist here. It's okay to fall out. Just come back right back into the pose. And hands come to the heart. Left foot down. Shake out your right leg. Shake out your hands. And let's take it to the other side. Left leg is the tree trunk, rooted into the earth. Right foot comes to your left calf. Or pick your foot all the way up and place it into your inner thigh. Opening into the hips here. Push your foot into your leg into your foot. Allow the right knee to open out. So you do that by pushing into your center. We activate the center line of the body. Hands come to the heart, Anjali Mudra, inviting Ahimsa. Back in here, inhaling. Exhale. Bringing the attention to kindness, compassion for yourself here as we balance, try to balance. Maybe you're doing it. Maybe today is good, tomorrow won't be so good. And vice versa. Open the arms out. Let's take a little twist, one side and to the other side. Really good. Hands come to the heart. Release your right leg and shake out your left foot. Okay. So next we'll practice an inversion of your choice. So for those of you that are new to this practice, I'm going to teach headstand up against the wall here. So you can put a pillow underneath your head for extra cushion if you don't like to be on your head. And you want to bring your mat up with you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put a pillow up against the wall if you need some extra cushion. Then you're going to put your head on the pillow, or you're going to get your head up to the top of a triangle. So we're going to try to create a triangle with the head being the top, and the top of your head is not your hairline or your forehead, right? The top of the head is the crown of the head. You should feel a little indent, like a little dip in your skull if you feel the top of your head. This is where you want to be balancing on a headstand. Hands, if you push them out, are going to be right underneath the shoulders. So you want to try to remember this as you go upside down. Hug your elbows in. So we don't want the elbows to flail out. We don't want the shoulders to roll forward. So the base of the pose is going to be your head, your hands, and your shoulders, okay? You're going to have the wall to support you. So let's make our triangle. Head comes down. Good. Hands right underneath the shoulders. We're going to hug the elbows in. Really strong here. Curl your toes under. And more pressure is going to come onto your head here as you lift your knees. So you may decide you don't want to do this today, and that's okay. You can just stay here, bring your knees down, whatever feels good for you. If you are willing and ready to take Shirshasana, lift the legs, walk your feet in, and push the back all the way up against the wall. So just stay here. Hands are strong, elbows hug in. Knee to your tricep. Pull your heel to your glute. Other knee. So this is called tripod headstand. Just practicing this here with the support of the wall. Good. Really strong in the shoulders. Push down into your hands. Really strong in the belly here. Deep breaths. So tripod headstand. You can lift one leg up, and then the other leg slides up. Strong in the core, lift your pubic bone to your chest, and then you can practice one leg lifts away from the wall, the other leg. Elbows hug in, shoulders are strong. Feel free to use the wall for support. One leg comes down, the other leg comes down. Knees down, and we rest in child's pose. Relaxing your neck, your shoulders. So good to go upside down. Bathing, it's like a bath for the inside of your body. Reversing the flow of blood, nurturing your heart and your brain. Take your hands off of your mat off to the side like little teepees. Bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then push and lift yourself up. Lift your chin, right ear to your right shoulder, left ear to your left shoulder. Nice. Release, and we'll come sit back onto the wall now for a seated pigeon pose, working deep into your outer hips. So we'll start by left leg forward, right ankle crosses right over your left thigh. Make sure your ankle bone comes off of your leg. This is a very easy variation here, beginner. Staying right here, right hand resting on your right knee. You can just scoot yourself up to the wall. Nice straight spine here, closing your eyes. Maybe this is where you stay today. Other option is to deepen, is to slide the left foot in. So you might need to come away from the wall to get that to happen. And then you can push yourself up straight onto the wall. Again, yoga is not a perfect science. Just have to kind of move and get yourself into the poses first with your breath. And then over time, you can shift and move as needed to get you deeper into the poses. If your knees are bent here, you can sway them from side to side, just seeing what comes up for you here in your hips. You can move all the way over to one side and all the way over to the other side. All the way back up to center, and let's switch. Right leg forward, left ankle over the right thigh, like a number 4, prepping for pigeon. Right foot can come in. You can use your hands to help pull it in. The only wrong way to do yoga is if you feel pain. So there's a difference between going to your edge and pain. Pain is when you're saying, ouch, hard to breathe, you're holding your breath. That's what you don't want to experience, and that is when you know you've gone too far and you need to modify and adjust. One side of the body is not the same as the other side. So be kind and gentle. Sometimes I like to use this pose to stretch out my toes. Make sure if you're in this variation that you're activating your foot, which means flexing your foot, contracting the ligaments in the knee so that you protect your knee. Again, moving with your breath. Feel free here if you like. You're either staying still or you can move around. Good. And then we'll just release both legs forward. Here, just coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Hands next to your hips. As you push into your hands, getting your shoulders way down away from your ears, closing your eyes, flex your feet. Create a strong spine here. Your core, your stomach is as strong as your spine. Your spine is as strong as your stomach. The lower back is connecting to the belly is connecting to the lower back. Open your eyes here, let's bend the knees. Take your hands onto your feet and push your belly onto your thighs. Make sure your belly stays on your thighs. We'll begin to journey the feet forward just inch by inch. Whenever your belly comes off of your legs, that's where you stop. So maybe it's just right here. If it is here, relax your head. Release the back of the neck. If you're able to, you can come all the way down into a seated forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Lengthening the spine down the legs, stretching out the back of the legs and your spine. Relaxing your head, softening your jaw, your face. Rolling yourself up. So we're going to set up for Shavasana. If you would like and would like another inversion, you are welcome to scoot yourself all the way up to the wall and throw your legs up the wall and rest this way. This is a very calming inversion. Legs up the wall. Really good to do right before you go to sleep. If you prefer to just lay flat,
Taking Shavasana, legs open up a little bit wider than your hips. Arms are forward, and you can roll yourself all the way down as we rest here in the final pose, resting Shavasana, or legs up the wall. So let's first just take a deep, full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it all out. Make a fist with your hands, curl your toes, tighten every muscle in your face, clench your jaw. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release and relax. Return your breathing back to normal. And just relax, let go. Begin to reawaken your breath. Awaken your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Wrap your arms around yourself, giving yourself a big hug. Taking this moment to express some gratitude for everything that you just did, for your breath, for waking you up this morning, keeping you alive, for the intention of ahimsa, compassion, nonviolence to yourself and to others. Releasing your arms, hug your knees into your chest. Slowly roll over to one side. Use your arm as a pillow to fetal position. Taking this moment to think of someone in your life that you are grateful for, who loves you unconditionally, who is very compassionate towards you, and how that makes you feel. And just right here, right now, sending some ahimsa, some compassion to them. Using your hand, slowly push yourself up. Try to keep your eyes closed. We come to a comfortable seat. We'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Being quiet here, just connecting to your heartbeat. With hands in front of the heart, we invite within the intention of ahimsa, compassion and nonviolence, through our actions, to ourselves and to those around us, to the world. With hands, we bring them up to the lips to invite within the intention of ahimsa to speak ahimsa to ourselves and to those around us and to the whole world. Kind and loving words. And then hands to the forehead, the third eye, the place of our own divine creative wisdom. May we think with ahimsa, compassion and nonviolence to ourselves and to those around us in the world. Thank you so much for taking this time to come together with me today. Thank you. Mahalo. I hope to see you next time. We bow forward as we say together to ourselves and to each other, Namaste. Mahalo. Thank you.